Mystics player takes aim at Caitlin Clark supporters insulting new fans. Wnba hates growing. Wnba faces growing pains as new fans bring increased scrutiny. For decades, professional athletes have had to navigate the often harsh realities of public scrutiny. In major leagues such as the NFL, Wnba, and ML, players have long been accustomed to media criticism, fan debates, and the intense pressure that comes with mainstream sports. However, until recently, the Wnba largely operated outside this level of public examination due to its relatively small audience. Now, with a massive surge in interest, largely driven by star players like Caitlin Clark, the league is experiencing an unprecedented wave of attention. With this newfound popularity comes something Wnba players may not have fully anticipated: heightened criticism. The impact of Caitlin Clark's rising popularity. The arrival of Caitlin Clark, a generational talent with a devoted fan base, has significantly altered the Wnba's media landscape. Clark's college success and electrifying style of play captivated millions, and her transition to the professional level has drawn a new and larger audience to the league. Her impact has been undeniable, with Wnba ratings skyrocketing, merchandise sales increasing, and more significant media coverage than ever before. However, with this increased attention comes the reality of heightened scrutiny, a challenge that many Wnba players now face for the first time. Historically, the Wnba's smaller, dedicated fan base has largely supported its athletes with minimal criticism. However, with an influx of new fans, many of whom were used to the passionate debates that dominate men's professional sports, comes a shift in discourse. Social media, which has long been a battleground for sports commentary, is now filled with discussions about Wnba players, their performances, and their responses to criticism. Shakira Austin's reaction to online negativity. Washington Mystics forward Shakira Austin recently addressed the increase in social media discourse surrounding the Wnba. Speaking in a media interview in partnership with Tylenol, Austin acknowledged the new wave of attention but expressed frustration over the negative aspects of fan engagement. She specifically referenced the rise in criticism surrounding high-profile players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, noting that it has made things more challenging for many Wnba athletes. "We're always going to have to deal with ignorant people," Austin said, reflecting on the pressures of social media scrutiny. She emphasized that female athletes already face numerous struggles in gaining respect and recognition, and the increased scrutiny from fans has only intensified those challenges. While Austin's remarks were meant to shed light on the difficulties faced by Wnba players, they have also been interpreted by some as an attempt to dismiss or push back against the league's growing audience. Some fans, particularly those who support Caitlin Clark, felt that Austin's comments were aimed at them, further fueling debates over how Wnba players are handling this new era of heightened attention. Growing pains in the Wnba's fan culture. For years, the Wnba has struggled to gain mainstream popularity. It has consistently advocated for higher viewership, increased media coverage, and larger sponsorship deals. Now that these goals are becoming a reality, some observers believe that certain players are struggling to embrace the changes that come with greater visibility. The truth is that professional athletes across all major sports leagues are subject to praise and criticism alike. LeBron James, Tom Brady, and Serena Williams have all faced intense scrutiny throughout their careers. In men's professional sports, criticism is often viewed as part of the job, something that comes with the territory of being in the spotlight. However, because the Wnba has historically been a niche league, many of its players have not been subjected to this level of public critique before. Now, as the league reaches a broader audience, Wnba athletes must adapt to the reality that scrutiny and sports fandom go hand in hand. The risk of alienating new fans, a crucial challenge facing the Wnba now, is how it chooses to handle its expanding audience. The new wave of fans, many drawn in by Caitlin Clark's star power, has injected fresh energy into the league. But if players continue to react negatively to criticism and push back against social media discourse, there is a real risk of alienating these new supporters. Sports fans are passionate, and their engagement, whether positive or negative, helps drive interest, viewership, and revenue. In leagues like the Wnba and NFL, players understand that criticism is a natural part of the profession. If Wnba players and leadership fail to acknowledge this reality, they risk turning away fans who are crucial to the league's continued growth.